So first question is that, do you remember the times when you heard metal music for the first time?
Yeah. Must have been 80s, obviously. National TV in Poland. Like every now and then they would just play some classics, Deep Purple or Maiden. Also on radio, they would like the playlist on Saturday, and there were some programs that would just combine all genres. So that'd be some AC/DC next to Kim Wilde and stuff. So yeah.
So what got you like into metal music and more extreme type of music?
I don't know really. I mean, now I can I can't really put myself in the shoes of that kid that was hooked on metal back then. But I was attracted to the guitar sound. I was attracted to the energy. I just found metal very captivating on many levels. The aesthetics of it, the sound, the looks. Metal is a pack. You got the package. It's a combo of different elements and ingredients and puzzles to just make the whole landscape very meaningful to me, and it just resonates with me.
So what was the sort of initial spark that made you become a vocalist? Were there like some certain vocalists that you looked up to as a kid?
I think the reason why I wanted to stand on guitar, on the stage and play guitar and sing was the ego, That's what I'm coming up with those reflections now. Actually, during my therapy sessions, But I think I wasn't really heard much by my parents. I mean, they were lovely people, they still are. But I think I just wanted to be heard, and I don't think I was heard when I was a kid, because they were not really a big partners for me to, have a dialogue. And my mom is still the same person, she's just, I can talk to her and she just, I feel like, what I'm saying, like she's not processing that, and I think maybe it was the same when I was a kid. So basically, I think any artist is really, goes up there, to be heard and to be seen, to make a statement, to be recognized as wide as possible. So yeah.
So how did you become a vocalist? What kind of memories do you have?
No, I'll just be that guy, when I started making songs, and I started making songs like at a very early age, when I was 8. Immediately I started making songs,
Okay, so you went right into making your own stuff and not copying.
I wasn't interested in cover songs. I'm still not interested in doing cover songs. I always wanted to make my own song, create something. I remember my father brought this fucking wrecked, piece of shit, 6-string, nylon strings, and it was just some cracked, old, beaten acoustic guitar he got from a friend or something. And I don't know, I must have been like 6 or 7, and he brought that guitar. When I saw the guitar, I was like, holy shit, I would just grab it, I would arrest it immediately, even though there was an elder brother next to me, and I would just arrest it, that's mine. And next morning I would just wake up and I would just punch strings without knowing how to play. So I wouldn't use the fingerboard because I didn't know that it works that way. But I would just punch strings which made no sense sonically, like drum, drum, basically the same fucking noise. And I would sing along all the songs that I knew when I was 6 or 7. You know what I mean? Made no sense, but it basically shows you how that I had that call, within. La, 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 whatever. Just fucking open your mouth and scream and sing, And I've never changed ever since, you know.
So
I just know how to use the left hand now.
So did it take like a long time for you to figure out right technique when you started doing like screaming and growling?
Oh, okay. So it's particular about, you know, the
Yeah, more about that.
Honestly, I think I'm definitely the most effective. I became the most effective and yeah, I define my voice lately, honestly. I think this is my best voice ever, you know, like the new album is just, this is my best vocal performance. Last 3 records, I think I did a really very good job. Before, not so much. I'm very critical to my own voice. So last 3 records, I can put it on, it's like, okay, this is a good vocalist. Before, it was like, even albums that are like so acclaimed, you know, as, you know, whatever, our stepping stones or like our milestones, whatever, you know, like people like, oh, Demigod, or they vote for Evangelion. I was fucking struggling back then. That's where so many layers, you know, but it just killed my throat, killed my voice, and I would just double fucking 3, 4, 5, so it sounds aggressive and it just sounds like conquering, you know what I mean? Like an army, like a horde of fucking fucked up, you know, beasts. And these days I don't need that. I just need like one good line. I'm talking vocal line.
So when you started, you were singing more like in a black metal style?
No, when I started, I would just do whatever, you know, so there was no definition to that. It was just a kid, you know, screaming, you know, some nonsense words. I started growling when I started the band, really. But before that, I had the garage bands, you know, that I would do demos and stuff, you know. I started at the age of like 9. And I immediately would just start bands and recording demos, you know. Just put a cassette recorder. I would write lyrics always. I'll be always guitarist and vocalist. Like the proper soloist, you know.
But I see the vocal style changed like when Satanica came out. So
Yeah.
do you feel that that album was somehow like
Yeah.
important for you, like
Yeah.
vocal-wise?
Yeah, I think, you know, that it was a game changer for me, you know, because I came out, you know, from, you know, this big battle with fucking leukemia, and I'm like, I want to do things differently, you know, just come out very raw and stripped down, just good, like one vocal track, but do it right, do it sharp, you know, so it's audible, so it's crispy, so it's juicy, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's last 3 records are that direction. And again, you know, some people, I think this is, I know this is my definition, this is what I am. I couldn't do like apostasy vocals anymore. I mean, probably I could, and I would do it better these days, but I would suffer. Because the Satanist vocals, the the darkest vocals, and Opus vocals are my most organic, naturally expressed.
Okay, so those like older albums, you
Yeah.
felt like more like...
Yeah, it was a lot of wannabes there, you know.
Okay.
Like I want to be that. I want to do like growling like that, you know. But was I really a growler? Nah. Live, I would always like change that, you know. So like now, when you see Behemoth live, it's very much like what you hear on the record, you know. Although there's still people, you know, who complain. Oh, we prefer Demigod, you know. And I remember when I did Demigod, fucking, I love those vocals. Don't get me wrong, they're awesome. But I would never ever do it again. And I remember getting an email from Angela, from Arch Enemy back then. She was a huge fan of Saskia Kultus, the album before Demigod. And she sent me an email telling me how disappointed she is with my vocal performance on Demigod. And it's like, I was offended by that opinion. It's like, really? I thought it's like, wow. And she preferred that raw stuff.
So, speaking about the leukemia, how important it was for you, like vocal-wise? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you ended up changing quite a bit your life after getting diagnosed and getting cured from it.
No, I didn't. I just became more aware, you know, I mean...
But you work out more nowadays and take care of yourself more.
I still did prior to that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always been a sportsman before I was a rock and roller.
Okay.
And it's even, you know, like you asked me about the boat to Helsinki from Gothenburg. So like when everyone was raging, I would just have like a few glasses of wine and just a good company. And but I wasn't raging, you know. I tried to catch my sleep. Always been that guy, you know.
Okay, so that wasn't the game changer for you.
No. I kind of pushed it further, you know. I kind of
Okay.
I do more than I treat this more seriously than I used to do it before, you know. So for example, Evangelion tour, I would stretch out before shows, but I wouldn't have like the, you know, almost militant, you know, workout regime like I do now. Even today, I'm quite beaten by the trip, even though I'm not very hangover. But I was like, holy shit, everyone took a nap. We canceled soundcheck today, both bands.
Okay.
Yeah, both bands canceled soundcheck because it was mandatory nap time. But I would just stay up, you know, and I went to the gym. Then from the gym I went straight to have a deep tissue sports massage, you know. And now I'm coming back to life, you know. See, I'm very militant about it.
But I feel that with after having the leukemia, you sort of step up a lot with the vocals. So
Yeah.
is it just like also becoming like in better shape that it helps a lot?
No. There's other factors that made me a better vocalist. And there is no secret. First of all, we switched from wedges to ears. So ear system. Ear system basically gives you full insight in what's going on within the band. Like and the sound is up your face.
Okay.
And you can hear every fucking word. So my pronunciation, my intonation just improved because I could hear like, what am I singing? So you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's no longer just some, you know, blubbering or well, like you can do that when you all like when your vocal is drowned in the wall of sound. No, my vocal is always a little ahead of all the mix. So I like the pretty much equal mix and vocals a little bit up, you know, like on records. And I can hear myself well, you know. If my voice is kind of, you know, getting weaker throughout the set, I just raise it a little bit and then raise it a little bit, you know. And even, I remember prior to leukemia, I would kill my voice every now and then because I would just struggle, I would just force it, push. And now, I've been fucking 5 weeks, you know, no infection whatsoever, nothing, no virus. But even if I get like a, you know, some infection or running nose, I didn't get any. I can still pull it off quite easily with the vocal performance because I just know how to, you know, I sing consciously, you know. I know where the voice comes out, you know, and how it goes, you know. It comes from here or from here, not from here, you know what I mean? I'm not using this. I'm using this. It's very nasal, you know. It's and then another thing that I do for years now, and I learned that, and it sounds funny and annoying at the same time. I warm up my voice every day.
Is it always the same kind of routine? Despite being a long tour, you do it always before the show?
Every day I do that. Now I also started this Lux Vox. That's the name of that thing. Lux Vox is just a pipe in a bottle of water, and they just basically, you can do like all these, you know, simple exercises, but basically you are blowing air into that water, and you kind of forcing your chest and belly belly muscles to, you know, to make an effort, you know. So basically you're avoiding your throat, you know what I mean? The throat is problem, you know. If you have a lazy voice, your voice goes like this. So sometimes I have a lazy voice when there's like a lot of people, and I'm like, oh shit. And then after just maybe a party or something, I'm talking to a lot of people, and my voice is tired. Now when I'm talking to you, it all comes from here. You know what I mean? So I don't kill my voice, but I need to be alert. I need to be really aware of what is going on. So I need to really, you know, have a really good ear system. Plus, I do this lax vox, and I do all these simple exercises. I always just click on YouTube vocal warm up, and there's some funny German-speaking guy that just basically runs this. I don't know. There's countless of them. Fucking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. So sometimes, if I don't have time, it can be even 5 or 10 minutes. But if I have time, 15, 20 minutes, proper, boring, but as I said, I'm very disciplined guy. So, and I believe like that combo things that I just presented to you does the trick for me.
Are there like some certain foods or drinks that you wouldn't rather have before the show that you feel that it affects your voice?
Like, I mean, if it's like weather like that, I always have tea, and this tea is not really a tea. I call it a tea, but it's like a ginger, like warm ginger liquid. So basically, I throw ginger there, which I'm not sure if it's good for a throat, because maybe it's too, it can just itch. It could be too itchy because it's kind of acidic, in a way. Maybe, I don't know. She does a medic, no doctor. But I just like the taste, and I put some honey there, and I just squeeze a lemon.
Okay.
And that combo, and like there's no tea, so there's no thein there. It's just basically hot boiling water. It goes to the nice temperature. That is just not lukewarm, a little warmer than that, but not super hot, and it's blissful.
So it's your magic to prepare for the show.
Yeah, and I remember I would have, like back in the days, I would have a TM that then, when he kicked him out, he was picked by a machine head. And I know for a fact that Rob Flynn kind of stole that recipe. Because he would have, like the guy would have mentioned to Rob that what I use, and then Rob tried it. Oh shit, that's amazing. So apparently ever since he always drinks that. Cheers, Rob. But then again, I don't know how the fuck he's doing it, like pulling off 3 hour long set with hitting the right notes. He's a great vocalist, and so versatile, and I could never ever fucking do it, because I'm a screamer. I can sing certain things, but he's just a screamer, a growler, and a singer, and he does fucking 3 hour long set, and the whole tour like that. I mean, wow.
So is there some kind of limit for you to perform with vocals? Do you feel that if you do like 120 minutes, 2 hour show, that your vocals won't last for 2 hours?
Let's put it that way. I mean, I'm happy this is 1 hour set, a 70-minute set.
Okay.
I'd still fucking what, 15 songs? No, it's a solid set. It's brutal, it's brutal for a throat. But
I have 2 questions left, and the second last one is that what were your parents' reactions when they heard that you started growling and screaming your lungs out?
They were cool about that, They've always been cool about what I did, They would never limit myself, I've been an average okay school boy. I didn't really bring much troubles, So if I was on that track, I was not very problematic child. They would just let me do whatever the fuck I wanted. I'm guessing, they trusted the fact that my intuition, and that I'm doing the right thing, basically,
Any advice that you would like to give to a young metal vocalist who is just about to start their journey?
Don't start any bands. And I'm not even kidding here. Don't do it. The world is overwhelmed with bands, with records, with albums. There's really no space there for anything. There's only 7 days a week. There's too many tours around. There's too many shows. People don't have and will have less and lesser money. So all the tours are suffering. Do you really want to put another song on another album that no one will pay attention to? No, you don't want to do that. Go find yourself a proper job, finish university, travel, and enjoy your life. Don't do this.
Thank you a lot, Nergal, for the chat.
It was fun.